After age 60, even simple movements that seem harmless can quietly raise your stroke risk. The surprising part is that you don't need to stop moving. You only need to change how you move. This is good news because small adjustments can make a big difference for your brain and your independence. According to the CDC, stroke remains a leading cause of long-term disability among older adults in the United States. The encouraging fact is that many strokes are preventable with the right daily habits. Global numbers from the World Health Organization show that in 2022, cardiovascular diseases caused nearly 19.8 million deaths worldwide. Around 85% of those deaths came from heart attacks and strokes combined. That's why paying attention to everyday choices, even with the smallest activities, matters more than ever after 60. We are not here to create fear, but to offer clarity and practical solutions. The goal is not to stop exercising. The goal is to exercise smarter. Gentle, intentional changes can help stabilize blood pressure, prevent thickened blood, and keep circulation steady to your brain. Think of it as protecting your freedom to move, to think clearly, and to enjoy your time with family. So let's look at which common movements could be risky, and more importantly, how you can replace them with safer options starting today. Number 1. Toe touches or forward bends. For many of us, bending forward to touch our toes feels like a gentle stretch. It looks safe, even healthy, and you may have done it every morning for years. But after age 60, the body does not respond to posture changes as quickly as it once did. Research shows that sensitivity of the baroreflex, the system that balances blood pressure when you move, naturally declines with age. That means when you bend forward suddenly, blood flows away from your brain and your body reacts too slowly to bring it back. The result can be dizziness, blurred vision, or sometimes no symptom at all, while oxygen supply to the brain quietly drops. This condition is called orthostatic hypotension, and it is linked to a higher risk of stroke and other heart-brain events. The good news is that you don't need to give up bending altogether. You just need to change how you do it. Here is the safer method. From standing, lower yourself slowly over 3 to 5 steady breaths. Rest your hands on your thighs, knees, or the edge of a chair for support as you fold forward. Always exhale as you go down. Never hold your breath. When it's time to rise, lift yourself slowly over another count of 3 to 5, keeping your eyes level with the horizon. If you feel dizzy, pause, sit back down, and take a deep breath before trying again. This simple adjustment reduces sudden blood pressure drops and protects the delicate vessels that supply your brain. It's not about avoiding movement. It's about moving wisely so you keep your balance, your confidence, and your independence every day. Number 2. Inverted yoga poses. Yoga is often promoted as a safe, calming practice for older adults. And for the most part, gentle stretches and breathing exercises can be very helpful. But not every pose is suitable after age 60, especially those where your head drops below your heart. These are called inverted poses, like legs up the wall, downward dog, or deep forward folds. When your head is lower than your chest, blood rushes quickly toward your brain. In younger bodies, the brain's pressure-regulating system, called cerebral autoregulation, keeps balance smoothly. But with age, this system becomes less effective, which means pressure can spike inside delicate blood vessels. That sudden surge may cause headaches, vision changes, or even contribute to vessel damage and clot formation. The solution is simple. Skip the inversion and choose safer alternatives. Try a very shallow seated forward reach where your head stays level with your chest. Or rest your legs on a low ottoman or chair so they are slightly elevated while your head remains at heart level. Hold these positions for 20 to 30 seconds, repeat 2 to 3 times, and breathe steadily. Always stop right away if you feel heaviness in your head or a pulsing sensation behind your eyes. And remember, if you have high blood pressure, take diuretics, or use vascular medications, avoiding inverted positions is the safest choice. It's not about giving up yoga. It's about adapting it to support healthy circulation, protect your vessels, and keep your brain safe. Number 3. Heavy lifting and the Valsalva risk. Lifting a heavy box, carrying grocery bags, or even moving a chair may not seem dangerous. But after 60, the way we breathe during these efforts can quietly put serious stress on the body. When you strain and hold your breath, you trigger what's called the Valsalva maneuver. This action sharply increases pressure inside your chest and brain while forcing blood pressure to spike. For older adults with arteries already stiffened by age or plaque, that sudden surge can be risky. It can loosen a small clot, crack a fragile vessel, or disrupt circulation to the brain. The CDC highlights high blood pressure as the leading risk factor for stroke, and sudden pressure peaks can make that risk worse. The solution is to change both the weight you lift and the way you lift it. First, split the load into smaller portions, no more than about 6 to 10 pounds per hand. Second, always breathe out while you lift. Never hold your breath. Exhale through your mouth as the effort rises, then inhale gently when lowering. Third, use tools when available. A rolling cart, a wheeled bag, or placing items step by step instead of all at once. These simple adjustments prevent extreme pressure swings and keep blood flow steady. You don't lose independence by being cautious. You protect it. Because strength is not only measured by how much you carry, but by how wisely you carry it. Number 4. Standing up too fast. One of the most common everyday movements is simply rising from a chair. It feels harmless, but after 60, it can quietly trigger what doctors call an oxygen gap to the brain. When you move from sitting to standing too quickly, gravity pulls blood down toward your legs. In younger adults, the body instantly adjusts by tightening blood vessels and raising heart rate. But with age, this reaction slows, a condition known as orthostatic hypotension. That short delay can leave your brain briefly undersupplied with oxygen. The result may be lightheadedness, dizziness, or even a silent moment where a clot can form. The good news is you can avoid this risk with a simple 3-step method called pause, press, breathe. First, pause at the edge of your chair, sit upright, wait 2 to 3 seconds, and let your body prepare for the change. Second, press your hands against the armrest, a table, or your thighs as you rise. This support reduces strain and keeps your balance steady. Third, breathe with intention. Take a deep breath in before standing, then exhale as you rise. Once you're upright, pause again for a couple of seconds before walking. These small adjustments give your circulation time to catch up, protect your brain, and lower the risk of a sudden drop in blood flow. It's not about moving slower, it's about moving smarter, so every step feels safe and steady. Number 5. Walking in heat or humidity. Walking is one of the best exercises you can do for your brain and your heart, but when the weather turns hot and humid, it can quietly raise risks you may not notice until it's too late. Heat and humidity increase fluid loss through sweat, even when you don't feel it. Older adults are especially vulnerable because the body's thirst response naturally weakens with age. That means you may already be dehydrated before you even feel thirsty. Dehydration reduces blood volume and makes circulation sluggish. As blood thickens, a process called hemoconcentration, the chance of clot formation rises. This is directly linked to heart attacks and strokes, especially in people over 60. The solution is not to stop walking, but to walk smarter. First, change the timing. Go out before 9 a.m. or after 6 p.m. during hot months. Second, prehydrate with about 10-17 ounces of water, 300-500 milliliters, 15 to 30 minutes before your walk. Bring a small bottle of water, sipping 8 to 10 ounces every 20 minutes of activity. If you sweat heavily, add a light electrolyte source like coconut water or a low-sugar sports drink. Third, stay in shaded areas whenever possible and listen to your body. If you notice a dry mouth, sudden dizziness, or an unusually fast heartbeat, stop immediately. Find a cool spot, rest, and rehydrate before resuming. By choosing the right time, hydrating ahead, and staying alert, you keep walking as a safe, powerful habit without putting your brain at risk. Number 6. Neck circles or jerky neck rotations. Loosening up the neck is something most of us have been told to do. You wake up stiff, tilt your head side to side, and maybe even roll your neck in a big circle. It feels harmless, almost soothing. But for older adults, this can carry hidden risks. Medical reports have linked extreme or rapid neck movements with rare cases of arterial dissection. This means a small tear inside the vertebral or carotid arteries, which supply blood to the brain. While the exact cause and effect is still debated, the principle for safety is simple: avoid extreme ranges of motion. Your goal is not to stretch the arteries, it's to gently mobilize the muscles. The safer method is to keep movements controlled, slow, and within a natural range. Turn your head left to right about 45 to 60 degrees, 3 sets of 10 repetitions. You can also nod slightly up and down, staying in a shallow, comfortable angle. Never roll your head in a full circle and avoid quick snap or crack movements. If you feel a sharp pain behind the ear, sudden dizziness, or nausea, stop immediately. Seek medical advice before continuing, especially if these symptoms repeat. These adjustments protect fragile blood vessels while still keeping your neck flexible and comfortable. Remember, safe motion is about control, not extremes. By choosing steady, gentle neck exercises, you protect circulation and reduce the chance of unnecessary complications. Number 7. High-intensity interval training, HIIT. HIIT, or high-intensity interval training, is often advertised as a time-saving miracle. Short bursts of effort, then quick rest, designed to boost metabolism and heart health. But after 60, when arteries may be stiffened or blood pressure fluctuates, those sudden peaks can be risky. Each burst forces blood pressure and heart rate to spike, then drop, again and again. For aging vessels, that repeated stress can crack plaque, disrupt circulation, or trigger clot formation. Studies show safer results with steady aerobic exercise, where blood flow and pressure stay more consistent. The good news is, you don't need extreme effort to gain big benefits. Replace HIIT with a daily brisk walk, 15 to 30 minutes at a comfortable but steady pace. You can also split it into 2 sessions of 10 to 15 minutes if that feels easier. Aim for a moderate effort, about 4 to 6 on a 10-point exertion scale, where you can talk but not sing. Start every session with a warm-up, 5 to 10 minutes of slower walking and gentle arm swings. Finish with static stretches, holding each major muscle group for 10 to 30 seconds. Older adults may benefit from holding stretches 30 to 60 seconds for greater flexibility. This routine protects your circulation, supports your brain, and builds endurance without dangerous surges. Remember, consistency beats intensity. Steady rhythm is the safest path to strength and independence. Connection, the common thread. When we look at all 7 of these simple switches, a clear pattern emerges. Slow down the pace. Breathe correctly with every movement. Divide heavy loads into smaller, safer portions, and choose the right conditions: cooler hours, shaded areas, proper hydration. Together, These adjustments do one powerful thing. They stabilize your circulation. Instead of sudden spikes or dangerous drops, your blood pressure stays steadier. Your blood avoids becoming too thick or sluggish, reducing the chance of clot formation. And most importantly, your brain continues receiving the oxygen and nutrients it needs every moment. The science is very clear. The CDC lists high blood pressure as the #1 risk factor for stroke in older adults. And the World Health Organization reports nearly 20 million deaths worldwide in 2022 from cardiovascular disease, most linked to heart attack and stroke. That's the global picture. But for you, the takeaway is simple. Every safe adjustment you make lowers your personal risk. You don't have to give up exercise. You just need to move smarter, not harder. These changes protect your independence, your memory, and your freedom to live life on your own terms. So remember, slow, steady, supported, and safe. That's the formula to keep your brain sharp and your body strong for the years ahead. Now you've seen 7 small changes that can make a very big difference. Each one is simple, practical, and designed to keep your brain protected while staying active. So here's my challenge to you today. Pick just one change and start it right now. For example, switch your walk to early morning and drink 10 to 17 ounces of water before stepping outside. It's small, it's easy, but it can pay off in a safer brain and steadier circulation. These habits are not about giving up exercise. They're about moving smarter. Because the best way to protect your independence is not by doing more, but by doing it wisely. And I'd love to hear from you. In the comments, type START plus the habit you're choosing today. When you do, I'll send you a simple one-page checklist, 7 swaps, 7 safer choices, and 7 warning signs to stop immediately. That way you'll have a guide you can print and keep as a daily reminder. So don't wait. Pick your habit, share it below, and take your first step towards safer, stronger movement starting today. And remember, this video is for educational purposes only. Always check with your doctor before making any big changes to your exercise routine. Your brain is worth it, and so are you.